Well, the game, yeah. There's one there's a way to add it. I can't remember off the top of my head though. Yeah, nobody likes you anyways. All right, so if you guys are following us on the socials, we just went live. So those in TV land are hearing us right now. Dude, I changed that. Why is it not changed? That's gonna make me upset. See, we use this cool little app called Restream. So Restream, here's a free plug for you. And you go into Restream and you fill out what game you're playing, some description, categories for it, and everything. And it's supposed to change the description across all the platforms that are linked to it, be it, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so on and so forth. Well, it didn't change the category or the name of the game. So, those of you that are checking us out, this is Thursday Night Brew, follow Brewtainnia. Right now we're finishing up some things, and we're about to get started here in a minute, so stay tuned. All right, you guys talk. See if you can hear you guys. Anybody else listening? Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. All right, so I do have an echo, and I don't have your guys' sound coming through, so that's why I'm glad we got this going on right now. Somebody pull it up that's listening to it and see if you can hear anything else besides me. Sound coming through, so that's why I'm glad we got this. Somebody pull it up that's listening to it and see if you can hear anything else besides me.
Yeah, no, you said something after that.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. I think I hear your TV in the background. There's something muffled, but I think it's your TV. Yeah, no, there's nothing. I think I hear your TV in the background. There's something muffled, but I think it's your TV. Yeah, no, we just got you. Oh, there I am.
Hey.
All right, so we got it figured out now. Awesome. So let's hope everything works. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right, good evening, everybody. DM Fort Stillwater here, your host and dungeon master, bringing you another adventure of Thursday Night Brew. Say hi, players.
Hey,
Hello.
All right. So when we last left off, our players were in the town of Two Bells, along the coast in the along the eastern coast of the continent of Atreia. Wind and chance had brought them to this town during a small fall festival. While amongst the festivities and gatherings, fate had brought them together at a strange inn. While at the inn, a group of elves decided to attack, first of all covering their face with a red powder and declaring that everyone would pay for their sins. Our adventurers quickly dispatched those cultists, sadists, strange ones. Quickly dispatched the ones that were inside the tavern and made their way outside, where they were assaulted by some strange creatures, the likes that they had never seen before, led by some strange noble who he himself had his face covered with the red dust. After dispatching the strange beasts, a small mob comes running up on them, led by a dwarf with long golden beard and hair, eyes like emeralds, built like a brick shithouse. Behind him are other villagers carrying torches and pitchforks. It seems that they had fought back against the strange cultists that had assaulted the town of Two Bells. So standing before you is this gruff-looking dwarf eyeing the tiefling. Aye, here you be, another fey. You be in league with these red faces. We know your kind. We've seen them. As he looks and gazes upon each and every one of you. Though some of the villagers seem to go to step forward, but he holds a tree trunk of an arm, keeping them at bay, but ever so staring down at the tiefling Alshun. Alshun, what are you doing?
Who is staring down at me? I'm sorry.
There's a gruff dwarf who is in front of a mob that had come running up the street.
Okay. This is directly after combat, correct? Of the,
Yes.
Okay. I asked him if he knows what's going on and who the noble was.
He takes a quick gander and looks and sees, what noble? What ye be talking about? Trickster, child of Fey, and who be these cohorts with you? Strange folk be in our town. For some strange, the elves, they're doing things, causing mischief and chaos. They too be close to Fey child like yourself, bringing strange beasts unknown. State your business. What is your name and why are you here? As you guys can see, the rest of the mob is starting to get a little restless.
Or is he addressing someone specific right now?
He's addressing Alhoon, like, specifically, but he is still his gaze is upon everyone in the crowd. All of you that are standing there.
I inform him that we came to the festival, or I came to the festival to perform and see the music, and as I was getting a drink in the tavern, just shit went down, you know, and I explained that elves were snorting red powder, and we wasn't sure what was going on, and they just became restless and attacked us. And then we came outside to see beasts were ravaging the city, so we wanted to help.
Roll me a persuasion check to see how well he takes your words.
Oh, come on.
Your delivery was well broken, and you're like, dude, we just killed these. Why are you coming at me? Like, I get it, I got horns, like, but you know, people, elves snorting a bunch of red shit. Like, why, man? What? The dwarf does not look impressed. Those of you that rolled the 20s, because you were also distracted while you were trying to give this speech. You see from an alleyway, two more of those large beasts come rumbling down the alleyway towards the crowd. Those of you that rolled 20, what do you do? Alphonse, you are in the crowd of people.
They're dead.
Two beasts in the alley? I'm going to be like, hey, I see something down there. And I'm going to start running after it.
All right, the rest of you, Alshun, as you're standing there giving, you're trying to talk to this dwarf, you see a large half-orc break from the group and start running towards the alley where you see those strange beasts that you guys just dispatched. Weapon in hand, charging down the way. What do you do?
I will charging down the alleyway towards us.
The creatures are charging down the alleyway towards you. A half-orc broke free from the mob, pushing their way through, brandishing a weapon, and then bolts down the alleyway towards the beasts.
Towards the beast. Okay. I will. Who's around me? Like, am I in talking distance of the group?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I will tell everyone that, hey, I will relay that information, let them know, hey, there's an orc over there running to the alleyway. Let's chase him. Let's see what's up.
All right. Shatterstone. You just catch, at the last second, the orc, push through and make down the alleyway. Alshun looks and says, more enemies are afoot. Greensleeves and Riff, you guys are kind of just busy staring at that mob and oblivious to what is happening. Yeah, they have your full attention. How does everybody else handle the situation?
I am going to follow the orc into battle. With battle axe in hand.
Riffraff. And Alon. Alon.
Do we know there's a beast in the alley or not?
No.
Yeah, so we're
Nope, you guys are unaware that there's beasts in the alley. You just know that Elric took off running. Alshun pointed out that there's something down that alleyway. And there's still this mob standing there with this dwarf waiting for an answer.
Just to clarify, I was gonna go with whoever. Like, I was gonna like.
Yep.
speak
I know,
with her.
yep. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure Ulrich didn't just run in by himself,
So we're unawares that we know that they've left, but we don't really know why.
Well, think of it this way. All this is happening at once, okay? So the dwarf started talking. A half-orc breaks free and starts heading down an alleyway. Alshun is trying to, plead his case, but he looks and sees some creatures down the alleyway, and like he mid-sentences, he's like, more beasts. Elrich, sees them and starts stepping off. This is all like happening simultaneously. So, what are your guys' actions, real quick?
So then, I'm gonna keep talking to the dwarf. I'm gonna inform him that we came to this town to participate in festivities, and when we were assaulted, the tiefling saved my life. So you have nothing to fear from this Feyborn.
Greensleeves.
Come on, back.
Yeah, I also would like to try and convince the dwarf that like we weren't involved, and I want to use game crashed again. Want to use charm person on the dwarf.
Of course you do.
Perfect timing.
See, I thought the orc was charging at us for a second. I was going to use minor illusion and make a bigger monster like appear in front of him.
All right. I thought I had your character sheet out, so you're gonna cast. All right, to get you
Charm
back.
person.
Charm person. All right. As soon as you get logged back in, I'll get that done. Here. It works. The dwarf turns and looks at you and is like, if someone with such a sweet voice and demeanor vouches for the Feyborn, then maybe it is. Alphonse, where are you going? What is this? With that, the rest of you guys are now aware that half of your group has started running towards an alleyway. Alphonse, as you get into the alleyway and you see the creatures come barreling down towards you, next thing you know, you hear the twangs of multiple crossbows going off. The creatures are riddled in the back by crossbow bolts and fall to the ground, turning into the red-green ooze and smoke from when they in their death throes. Behind them is a group of city guard, about 12 of them, all loaded with crossbows and shields. They're making their way down towards the alley. Ahead of them is a human in plate mail, carrying a large greatsword across his back. And from what you can see, roll me that perception. Now roll me a... So as you see them all coming through, you notice their golden, their bronze plate mail that each one of them wear. You recognize them as a group of, some would call good doers, others would call bullies, and others would call mercenaries. It is a group known as the Centurions, self-imposed police of the nation, those who think themselves above any kingdom and above any law, all except for the law of peace, start making their way down the alleyway. Alphonse, what do you do? And for reference, you're about 4 foot down the alleyway. You just kind of crested and got in.
And just sort of give them a bit of a head.
Say that one more time for me.
I'm gonna lower my weapon, give a little head nod, feel like nice still.
So when I work 10 to 6, it's 8 to 4.
The leader that comes walking up, he's a barrel of a man, about 6'4", wide shoulders, square chin, kind of pock-marked face though, with short cropped hair, comes walking down the alley. The dwarf turns and looks, Simon Silverhand, there you be. And the mob behind, you see a look of relief on some, and others a look of dread. The dwarf comes walking past you guys, pushing through, but he stops and smiles deeply at the Greensleeves. He's like, yes, friend, yes, come meet him, come. If anyone has a good judge of character, it is Silverhand. What's everybody else's reaction?
Are me and Ulrich Shatterstone right behind Alphonse?
You guys are about 5 foot behind Alphonse.
Okay. I nudge Ulrich and say, I think these guys are trouble.
Riff, what are you thinking?
For me, as a pirate that's finally come ashore for adventure, I've had some run-ins in the past with Centurions, and I don't care much for their do-gooder attitude. I'm disdainful. I don't care for them, but I try not to make too much trouble about it.
Greensleeves, what are you thinking?
So I'm being introduced to the lead guy right now. What's going on?
Oh no, they're just walking. This is all happening. They're starting to come down the alleyway. The dwarf has called out to them, noticing their leader. Your other compatriots are kind of standing back from the alleyway a little bit. Alphonse is walking out of the alleyway just a few feet in front of the centurions.
The beasts are separate. They're not with the centurions.
No, they killed the centurions. Felled them in a hail of crossbow bolts.
Nice. All right, so I want to go up to the leader and ask if he knows what's been going on with the monsters and cultists.
Right. As you come walking forward, the centurion grips the dwarf in a forearm shake and says, good Mr. Goldenoak, it is well to see you again. What have we here? I see the people have taken up arms. Good for them. And these fellows here... And then he looks towards the half-orc and gives a nod, recognizing a warrior each. He slowly scans across the group of you, eyeing you. Each of you feel that you've been weighed in measure under his gaze. He stops his eyes upon Greensleeves and says, well met. No, I do not know what is plaguing this town, but in many towns I've come across, always seems to be evil afoot. And then he kind of glances over your shoulder and looks over at Alshun. Fey children about always causes trouble. And then he looks over at Eldritch and he says, and those from distant lands usually bring with them things of unknown origins.
All right, so like that. Well, since we're friends now, do you know of a place where we can rest the night? Because we've been fighting and are some of us very injured. Also, that Fey guy, he's my buddy. Be cool.
Golden Oak looks and says, yes, he is very useful and is, I believe this man here to be truthful. And Silverhand looks over at Golden Oak and is like, looks at him really good and then looks back at you. I understand. And then he reaches up and grabs a amulet from his chest. One second, where is it at? There it is.
Oof.
All right. And side note, guys, one of you guys got a fire alarm chirping in the background.
Yeah, it's probably me.
I think it's actually me. I close the door.
All right, so Riff, Alphonse, and Alon, all of you recognize the symbol that marks, some would call the family. It is a hammer and a claw, signifying the two kaiju gods of Titan and Tarask, duality of a religion of sorts, believing in law and destruction at the same time. He holds the amulet over Golden Oak, mumbles a few words, some strange prayer, and then Golden Oak kind of bats his eyes a little bit. Yeah. What? Why? What is that? What are you doing to me, Silverhand? Why place your magics upon me? You know I don't follow the kaiju gods. I do not ask for your blessings. Silverhand looks down and says, blessings, my friend. I have freed you from a bewitchment. Someone amongst here has put a spell of charm upon you. And from your actions earlier and your obvious like of the Feyborn over there. I made it, I used my intuition and freed you from said charms. But there are more things afoot right now for crimes being committed of such low scale here in Two Bells. You ask what is happening? What is happening is there's a cultist uprising throughout the whole city. It seems a few noblemen and other officials have become corrupted in this town. Now you say that you fight these demons or these creatures from nowhere? Then prove it. 2 blocks up, there is a manor house of a noble. We are headed 3 blocks over to clean out some streets. Hornridge, take these civilians and get them to safety. This mob will be doing nothing more than cause trouble. But know now that I have memorized each of your faces and your looks. I will find you when this is over. I will find you. And with that, Silverhand steps back, calls to his men, and they fall in formation, and they start marching down an alleyway, a different alleyway deeper into the city. Hornridge kind of turns and looks and spits at his feet. Disgusting that you would use such tricks on me. I myself will not forget you. And turns towards the mob and starts ushering them away. After a few moments, the group of you are standing alone, but leaning up against the wall there is the half-orc, just kind of eyeing you, each of you. What do you guys wish to do?
Oh, me? Oh. As Silverhand is walking away, while that was going on, I want to say, like, may the Father Titan guide your battle.
He gives the hand symbol for the Titan. 3 hits across his heart, and as he nods and continues walking down the alleyway, you hear the half-orc give a salute to the Lord Titan as the Centurions are walking off. What does this half-orc look like?
You want me to describe him?
Please.
You see that, like, full of a lot of contrast. Wearing, like, like a priest, but they're poor and dirty and bloodstained. Got clean skin, long, sort of messy black hair. Looks like someone who stole robes off a priest who lives out in the wild.
So this is the figure you guys see standing there, leaning up against a hallway. I mean, a hallway, an alleyway. No, bro, that one makes too much noise. So what do you guys think? What do you guys say? How do you guys react?
I've met this orc in my travels before, right? Or did we nix that orc?
No, you guys have crossed paths throughout your travels from your grove to this side of the continent.
I'll go up to the orc and say it's good to see a familiar face, and then offer him a good berry.
Alphonse, old traveling companion, makes his way from the group of individuals standing there, and you recognize... Where the heck did your character go? I will learn everybody's names of it. Alon walks up and hands you a good berry. The rest of you see the druid that you've already shed blood with go and introduce himself as old compatriots would. What's everybody else thinking and feeling?
I stay quiet because I know I'm generally hated. I just have that locally hated sticker on my forehead, so I'm going to be quiet.
I would say, well, this has been an exciting day. Anywhere would know another tavern where we could get a pint? Was destroyed by cultists.
Anyone else?
Told you. He just left it right there and went back to the shelf. Because he knows what he wants.
So the rest of you kind of stand there in silence. Greensleeves introduces himself to Alphonse, asking where they can maybe get another pint and all this from this craziness. As this is happening, you guys hear an explosion rock somewhere in the town. As you guys stop and actually survey what is happening around you, the night sky is alit with fires. There's heavy smoke in the air. Screams of distraught can be heard coming from various parts of the town. Slowly, the realization is setting in that the night's troubles have just begun.
Never gonna get that drink.
I would like to look up at the sky, consume a good berry, and just sigh.
I get a little excited.
Well, I guess if we're not gonna be able to have a pint tonight, we should go see what's happening.
We can do both.
Is there any drive-thrus around? Like, tavern drive-thrus real quick. Ulrich's still drunk, so.
But I can always go for another.
Oh no, those activities burned through the alcohol pretty fast afterwards.
Well, in that case, I definitely need another.
All right. So which way you guys thinking of going? Elric, I sent you a whisper in the chat. If you guys hear a ping or whatever, it's usually because I'm sending you guys whispers.
So Silverhand said something about a noble house that they were going to go to. Maybe we should go check that out, see what they're up to.
I agree.
Seems like the most direct way to take care of this. Let's do it. And then I want to start playing a jaunty tune while we start walking.
I sigh and even though that I'm tired and exhausted and I don't feel like going along, and I start mumbling to sing along with his tune that he's playing, and I'll follow the group.
All right, is everybody making haste?
Yes.
All right, you two guys roll me a performance check, and let's see how well you guys are going.
Not bad.
It went well so far, so what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, there it is.
That's not bad, actually.
Just because of my +6.
Dang.
Mr. 20 roll over here. Yeah. Never
Dude.
fail.
It's you sound like an 90s grunge band. The music is on point, but you're mumbling over it. Just can't help it goes with it. You know.
Perfect. That's my lane.
All right. So you guys make your way through town there. The screams can be heard, the battle. You come around a couple of different corners and you see some centurions battling what looks like a couple of the cultists and more of those strange creatures. But you guys decide to avoid those because it looks like the centurions already have that in hand. I'm gonna hate it when I do that. All right, if you guys want, you can go ahead and close out that other map. This way, save on some CPU.
Yes. Hello. Yes.
And for those of you that watch my Monday Night Brew, yes, I'm reusing maps, but they're my maps. I made them. I'm happy with them. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. I forgot to do something like always. So as you guys are walking along, what conversation are you guys having? I mean, you guys are literally a motley crew, and only 2 of you, well, 4 of you are of prior acquaintances. What is the thoughts and feelings right now amongst the adventurers?
I would like to strike up conversation with the Tabaxi.
What you got for me?
Story on. I've never met a Tabaxi before, so I just want to talk to you and find out what you're doing here, where you're from, that kind of stuff. Just general introductory speak.
General intros. Oh.
Well, you saved my life in the tavern. Might as well get to know you.
Right, and you did save mine, so I have a sense of friendship, of kinship, at the very least, with you. So, I let them know that used to sail around being a little coy, not necessarily saying I was a murderous cutthroat before getting on dry land here. Just let them know that I had just stopped in the town. I saw there was a festival, and I do have a bad reputation here, but just looking for some fun and some friends and maybe some extra coin to pad my pocket while I'm here. What about yourself?
I'm just wandering the land. I'm trying to find the truth about the stars. So I'm wandering the land to explore what different cultures and different religions think about there. So can you tell me a little about what your people think of the sky?
I think the sky tells me where the next place to go is. The stars tell me where the money is.
Ooh,
Nothing more, nothing less.
that's tight.
It's very tight.
So then
I
I'll
lost my song to say that.
Huh?
Oh shit!
satisfy
Stop singing to say that.
the berry.
Come kill him.
Just restores 1 HP and gives you nourishment for a day.
He just killed me.
You're gonna rot soon, so I'm just trying to get rid of it.
I nudge Ulrich and I give him a bar of soap and I'm like, don't forget to use this, bud.
Oh, okay.
That shit and heal.
All right, so you guys are walking along through the town, having a discussion and whatnot. All right, I'm going to share this. Let me know if it boots anybody or when it gets finished getting loaded up. All right. Also, I've already dropped your tokens on it, so an easy way to find where your token is at is double-click on your character on the top left of the screen, where you would pull down your character sheet from. You should be able to double-click on that and get it done. Let me know when everybody's got it loaded.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good to go.
Good to go.
All right, so I got to do a little bit of theater of the mind in this because I don't have the map set, but it is nightfall. It's about 10 o'clock at night. There is some moon out, and there's some ambient light from the fires raging throughout the town. But for the most part, though, those that do not have dark vision only have a range of 60 feet of low light to see from. Anything past that is difficult to see. Also, be in mind, like on my maps, what's on there is there. So, i.e., the roofs are buildings, the stairs around them are porches, boxes are boxes. So remember that stuff when you're making your movement, please. All right, you guys are coming up out of this alley. Everybody roll me. Well, never mind. I'll just do this. All right, so green sleeves, you're up first.
Probably could have ran faster than this thing.
Right.
But if it gets us to another car, that'll work.
I was lost. I couldn't see it.
Where are you going?
I don't have. Oh, I do have dark
Car's
vision.
over here.
Cool.
Are you a human?
Half elf.
So yeah, and yes, you do.
Cool. So I guess I'm gonna. Oh, how far is my range of vision? Okay, wait, 60. This dark vision 60. Is that what that means?
Yeah, you can see perfectly in the 60 feet. The humans got like 30 feet. They can see 60 feet. Anything will be at a disadvantage. Anything out there will have advantage. You can see 60 feet just fine.
All right. So I'm gonna move. I guess I can't see around the corner though, right?
You cannot.
All right. So I'm just gonna move
Can he not
far
see
enough
me?
forward that I can kind of see out.
All right, roll a perception check. Yes. As you come around the corner there, illuminated by some of the different fires and the moon and everything else, you see a group of cultists dragging people out of what looks like another tavern over there that's part of it's on fire. And they're dragging them out and they're just ruthlessly killing them.
Well, that's not ideal. Let me see if I'm close enough for dissonant whispers. Probably not. Is it control? Click to target?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, all right. I'm going to cast dissonant whispers on the cultist.
All right, so you got him targeted. Yep. All right. So you remember how to do it under Actions tab?
Yeah, and then I just use the cast button
Yes.
there.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And he failed.
All right. And then the damage button.
Yes, sir. And you-
Nice.
So role play that out for me. What just happened there?
So I peered around the corner and saw what was going on, and immediately I was like, "Got to get rid of these guys." So I used a spell to whisper a discordant melody. So from across the square, this cultist hears, "It's Friday, Friday."
And with pure shock and terror, he falls to the ground, like gouging out his own eyes, and his eardrums pop as his brain explodes inside of his skull. All right, if you would remember how to pass your turn. Yep, Alphonse.
Yes, got it.
As you guys are moving along there, you see Greensleeves kind of move up and then look back with a shock or with a look of horror and disgust upon his face. He turns back and then starts whispering into his hand as he does magical motions with his fingers. And then you can't see what happened. You're not close enough.
I'm gonna like curiously walk up and I'll look around and see what he's doing.
All right, to just drag your character where you want to move it to. Each square is 5 feet. You can move. There you go. All right. Roll a perception check. You still have 10 feet of movement left after that. Perception is going to be on your skills tab. When you get to your skills tab under the perception, you'll see like the gold coin, then going from right to left, a number, and then a gray dice right there. Double click that gray dice and it will roll that. Give me your perception. Yes, as you come around the corner and see these cultists are pulling people out of the inn there, killing them ruthlessly. But you happen to notice that one of them is must be some type of magic user, because as one of the cultists drag a poor townsfolk to his feet, he utters something, waves his hand in the air, and a what looks like a giant icicle appears in his hand as he slams it down into the poor townsfolk at his feet, pinning him to the porch as his lifeblood spills. You still have 10 feet of movement and then another action.
How far away are they? Oh, they're pretty far. I'm gonna try to just move a bit, like as far out as I can. Still like hugging the building.
All right, you can still do another move if you want. That perception check was free.
Like my driving skills.
That'll be it for now, I think, until I can get closer.
What'd she say?
That'll be it for now until I can get closer.
Okay. All right, go ahead and pass your turn. If you don't have the combat tracker up, the combat tracker is the red button at the top right of the screen. And then when you get that drop-down window open, at the bottom left of that drop-down menu, you'll see a little red arrow. If you hover over it, it'll say Next Actor. Click that. And there you go. Alon.
Can I throw the pouch of red dust I have on my face?
Yes, you can.
Do that and walk out.
Okay. What race are you?
Human?
All right.
He said, "Oh God."
Roll a... Well, you're not proficient in the skill.
Oh,
Roll a a disguise self with a -5 instead of disadvantage.
where are they?
How do I get to disguise self?
Deception, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
Option.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he?
Ah, buddy. There we go.
All right. So go ahead and move your character where you want to move him to. Remember, you can... that was a free action because all you did was literally just reach into a pouch and slap a bunch of dust on your face as you're walking out. Go ahead and move your token to where you want to go to.
How far can I move?
60 feet if you wish to take a double move action, or 30 feet if you wish to take a single move action.
All right. Does lighting a torch count as an action?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'll use my Druidcraft cantrip to light my torches and move 30 feet.
All right.
Where is he? Where is he?
You find your character?
Yes.
All right.
All right. So I'm dragging 30 feet mark where I want to go, but it's there we go.
Yep.
Boom.
All right. If you're done with your turn, pass it to Riff. And roll a perception check. Real quick though for me, Alon. Because you're straight ass human. Yeah, you see the scene that's unfolding over there. Riff.
So I'm still wary after almost dying in the tavern from our first combat. I'm actually gonna follow along here. And I'm gonna sneak my way over to. I'll get right in front of him here.
All right, roll me a stealth check.
Stealth check. All right. And so do I get another move or?
No.
All right.
All right, so Riff, being wary, kind of steps into the shadows, moves around, sees that Alon, lights a torch, and then kind of sidesteps around it to hide in the glare of the torch, you could say. From onlookers. Go ahead and pass your turn.
All right. So who was it that lit the torch? Alon?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm going to move right there behind Alon and going to ask for a good berry because I'm at 3 health.
Alon, what do you do?
I would like to. I'll hand him a good berry.
Okay. You can go ahead and use the rest of your action to eat the good berry.
Yes. That will be what happens.
All right, Alon, go ahead and target him, and then use your good berry ability.
Daniel, here's a gun right here. Oh, you found one?
Oh, that's right. They don't actually have anything targeted for it. No, you just gain one. That's right. You just gain 1 hit point. I can get something for that, but I got you.
Sweet.
Last time I made the good berries, and you told me just to keep a note of how many I have, and that puts me down to.
I've been busy. I forgot to write a quick little. I forgot to code it.
I'm standing here watching everybody freaking.
All right. If you would go ahead and pass your turn, Arshun.
Oh wait, they're running the other way.
All right.
Damn, everybody's killing each other out here. There's some over there to the left, some over there to the right.
Ah, nope. What you guys can only believe is the wizard is in glee, taking that ice pick that he formed and moving it back and forth in the townsfolk as he screams in pain. Elrich Shatterstone, what do you do?
All right. I'm not aware of what's happening, right?
Correct. Your temp hit
Okay.
points are gone too, by the way. That spell is wore off.
All right.
Is that
Well, I'll just move up to the group then.
That looks like it. I might have to try that one.
And then there's not much more I can do, I don't think. So,
As you guys are moving through, Cultist 1 falls dead. Cultist 2 standing there watches his buddy just falls dead, foaming at the mouth and strange ooze bleeding from his ears. He quickly looks up into the mist, down into the street around him, wondering what has killed his fellow cult mate. No, peering into the darkness though, he doesn't quite see what is happening.
Do what?
And moves over and starts checking on the other
Yeah,
cultist.
level 12 or 11.
Cultist 3 also saw another one of them just fall down dead. He starts looking around to see what is going on. And he is oblivious as well. Ooh, okay, so I screwed up there. We'll just fix that just like that. That's how we'll do that. All right. Cultist 4 and Cultist 5 are busy killing somebody. Let's see if they're paying attention enough to notice that Cultist 1 had fallen. Ah! Cultist 4 noticed that his friend has fallen, turns and looks behind and sees a half-orc brandishing a weapon coming around the corner there and screams, "Unpure abomination, you will be cleansed in the fires of Obernox's breath." And the other cultist looks up and sees what is happening.
I don't understand why.
He brandishes a nasty-looking crossbow from his robes and takes aim at Alphonse. As a crossbow bolt loose, grazing Alphonse in the shoulder as it whizzes by Greensleeves' head, only being deflected by the shoulder of the half-orc did it save it from slunking square between his eyes. Another cultist, the one behind him, reacts, brandishing a wicked-looking scimitar, and then reaches into his pouch at his side, taking more dust and covering his face.
Oof.
And comes running up towards the group. When he comes, those of you that can see him now, there's a blood fervor in the elf's eyes. One eye seems to be glowing a red, and the other eye seems to be glowing a green color as he makes his way towards. Greensleeves, you see this that crossbow bolt go whizzing by your head after it glanced off Alphonse's shoulder, and this crazed cultist come running towards you and Alphonse.
All right. I got booted again, but I'm getting back on right now. Okay. Can you share the map with me again, real quick? Right. Well, I know I don't want any of that heat, so I'm gonna fire a crossbow bolt and then run away. Can I fire past Alphonse, or I can, right? Unless I roll really badly and accidentally shoot them.
Yeah, that's usually a house rule. If you miss the AC by 4 or more, this is actually an old 3.5 rule. If you miss the AC by 4 or more, then you have to target Alphonse, then roll an attack on Alphonse.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't do that. If you miss the enemy, you automatically hit your ally. You still got to roll to hit them.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna risk it because they're running right at me, and I'm not digging that. Crossbow.
Oof.
All right. I gave it the old college try, so now I'm gonna just run away a little bit. And yeah, good turn, guys.
Okay, so there's one right on me basically now.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to give myself a quick lash across my back with my flail and go into a rage.
Well, you already struck by the crossbow, but unless it's for just flare, then yeah, go ahead. If not, you've already taken damage and you're in combat, so you can rage.
Okay. It's just for flare.
Oh.
For
I like it. I like it.
and then I'm gonna swing at the cultist close.
Go away.
How do I do that again? I just hit the.
Left click on your character, then control left click on the cultist, and then go to your actions tab on your character sheet. And then under your weapons section, which is that's all you have. the black dice, go ahead and click that twice, I believe. It should only be once. And then it'll tell you if you hit or not.
I click on.
All right, now you try to drag. Just click on your character, left click on your character, then control click on the cultist.
Oh wait, I'm trying to use my key that doesn't work.
There you go.
Okay.
You got him. Now on your actions tab on your main character sheet there, it's the very last tab on your character sheet. The black D20 looking dice, roll that, click that twice. Boom. Whoa. I was stuck on a 1 for a hot second. I thought your first attack of the game was going to be a nat 1. All right. So no, you slam that flail onto your back, flying into a rage. Roaring, you take a step forward and then get the flail's head spinning and then bring it down upon the cultist. Roll your damage, which is just that box right next to it. You just click that box, that 1d8 plus 3. You might have to click it. There it goes.
Damn.
Bringing that flail down, the cultist gets his scimitar up in time to deflect the ball. But jolts of pain rive through his hands as the vibrations rumble through. You could swear that you could hear the crack of bone from the force of the impact. All right, pass your turn, please. Unless you want to move, which you can do. But you and Colt have played D&D 5e, so you guys know the rules, right? For the most part.
Is there anything I need to click to show I'm using a raid? I guess I don't know how to.
Oh, you don't have the rage? Let me fix that real quick. Because... Yeah, I just now realized that you didn't have that on there. All right, so what you do is if you look at your actions tab, I just added a thing for you. It's called class abilities. I'll go through and I have to update your character sheet because you'll have your half-orc abilities and so on and so forth to add to it also. So how this works is now, like I said, on your actions tab, you'll see class, you'll see Barbarian Rage. Hit the spyglass that's right there next to it. Another little drop-down menu will happen. Now go ahead and click that effect. And as you can see, you now rage has now been added. The effects of rage have been added to your character.
Nice.
All right. If I move back, he's gonna have a reaction, right?
Yeah, because you'll be breaking contact.
Yeah, I'll stay there then.
Alone, what do you do?
I'm going to move towards the cultist and slash at him with my scimitar.
All right.
Well, I saw the dude's building or whatever, and I was just trying to shoot him from the other side.
Oof.
On him.
You swing and a miss.
Oh shit.
You're like Alphonse, like that time we took down those wolves. And you went swinging, and Alphonse remembers just like that time you tried to take on those wolves. Not shit happened.
Daniel, you might die.
Move my action. I might. What? I can't remember. Am I able to cast Shillelagh?
Say one more time.
Am I able to cast Shillelagh as my bonus action or no?
Yes.
Then I'll Eric swing. The bladed weapons obviously not working. So I'm gonna touch base with my druid heritage and cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Riff, what do you do, buddy?
All right, so I'm gonna sneak up here, and then I'm going to attack Cultist 5. I see him messing with my compatriots, and so I am going to use a sneak attack with my bow to attack him and attempt. And so on that, how do I cast the cantrip? The star.
All right, so let me bring up your character sheet real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so under actions, you're going to hit the magnifying glass, and then you'll click those two effects on your guy.
Magnifying glass. All right, where's the magnifying glass?
All right, if you look next to the gold coin, right there on the right side.
Ah.
I'm going to change that to class, too.
All right. And then just cast the short bow dice.
Yeah, your attack, because you still got to hit him. You have him targeted. Now remember to target the cultist.
All right. Okay, yeah, I have him targeted, and then D20.
Yes, sir. Whoa! That motherfucker was going fast. Wow. All right. So did you drag and drop that, or did you roll off of your character sheet?
I dragged and dropped it.
Remember, you got to roll off your character sheet. Under your actions tab, go to your short bow, and then see that D20 right there?
Ah, yes. There we go.
Either way, you would have hit. So, all right, now roll your D6 plus 4, and it should automatically add the sneak attack damage as well. Whammy! Though he'd already charged towards the half-orc, swinging his scimitar, missing, and then deflecting a blow from the heavy flail of the half-orc. What seemed to maybe have broke a wrist, and then deaths back as the druid comes sailing in with his scimitar, only to step perfectly in the line of sight of Rift's arrow as he just turns and everything goes in slow motion for him as he watches the arrow just ever so quickly to everyone else, but moments of an eternity to him, fly through the air and hit him dead center in his forehead, ending his existence on this plane. Riff, go ahead and pass your turn. Alshun.
So, Cultist 5 is dead, or was that?
Cultist 5 is dead.
Nuked, man.
Shit. Daniel.
That bow is all I got. It's out of arrows, like, fuck.
With my now
What's your name at? There you are.
4 health, I'm going to advance forward. And do I see anyone? I don't. Is the darkness pitch black?
No. There's, like I said, there's a bit of ambient light from the moon. There's a red haze in the sky from parts of the city burning.
Okay. Can I see Cultist 4
I grabbed your gold, one of your gold guns.
being
Daniel.
some 40 feet away?
Shit,
Yes.
There's a bunch of people over here, though.
What are you, human?
No, I am the
Tiefling.
type
Yeah,
one.
they're all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can see.
Shit.
Okay. I pull out my trusty sling.
Daniel, where are you at? Okay, there you are. Oh, shit,
How do I
didn't
get rid of
pick
that?
up. Damn it. What the fuck? There we go. Eat. I'm gonna go find somewhere to post up. There's one person left. There's one person left.
Can you get rid of that? I don't
Which
know how
one?
to
What are you
get
trying to
rid
get rid of?
of the 30 where it says like the distance.
Yeah,
I don't know if
gotcha.
you
Yep. Oh yeah. Boom. Is that better?
Okay, now I believe I'm targeting him.
Okay, so I know about where he's at because shit.
All right. So you would actually have to move up. You got to roll that again because you're at disadvantage.
At
You
a
are.
disadvantage.
Yep, because of your range.
Where is he?
So,
There he is.
I was just gonna have you roll it one more time to see, but it still hits. So go ahead. Nice.
Can't see him now.
So yeah, you can walk it up, place the bolt. I mean the bullet in the sling. You just everyone around you just hears, And then a hard crack as the stone slams into the shoulder of the cultist. The stone shatters, and it sounds like part of the bone must have shattered because the cultist lets out a horrific yell from the impact of the stone.
Yo. And then can I use a bonus action on, or the Bardic Inspiration as a bonus action on Riffraff, which is right beside me?
Let me double check how these abilities work. Bardic Installation. There's a bonus action on your turn to choose. Yes, you can.
Ooh.
Target him, and then
I don't know where
I'll
that.
I'll get it.
What does Bardic Inspiration do?
It gives you a D6 on your next on a next
It's almost
roll.
any.
Yeah, it's almost any roll.
Dang.
Well, you can choose to use it. It's up to like 10 minutes or something like that. I'll check.
I mean, with my sneak attack, I get like an additional D4 or something ridiculous. So.
No, it's for a roll, not a damage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, 10 minutes. You want ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
That's neat.
You can use it after you roll your dice, but not before the DM decides whether or not it hits.
Ah. All right.
Check your
Okay.
cantrips now. You now have Bardic Inspiration. Go ahead and target Riff, and then use your ability on him. So this way, then he can, when he can choose to use that. Plus, it helps me keep track. And it also helps him keep track because now he'll know he'll have an extra effect on him. You didn't target it. You got to target Riff for it to work. Make sure you stop targeting Cultist 4, though, also. There you go. Now hit him with that Bardic Inspiration. Whammy.
Okay, pretty cool.
There we go.
Oh, and pass my turn.
What? Hearing scream, the wizard stops his torment of the townsfolk. Though he's been dead for a few moments now. He peers into the shadows there, but luckily though, Alon is carrying a torch, lighting everyone up. He can clearly see them now. That's a passive. It's going to take more than a passive. Oh! And he views the group. Recognize Alon as a fraud, and the garb he is wearing feels that he is the biggest threat.
I have no idea.
Knew I should have got away from him.
And unleashes a bolt of fire, slamming hard into Alun. Yes. He starts uttering in a strange language. Elric.
All right. We're gonna. What is the range for the throwing? Is it 20 feet? Is that what it was?
Hold on one second. Is 20 feet for we talk about your axe, right?
Yeah, the hand axe.
Hand axe is 20 feet and under, no regular throw. over 20 feet to 60 feet at disadvantage. Anything over 60 feet you cannot hit.
All right. All right. I'm going to push forward. With axe in hand. I'm going to target Cultist 4.
What, Daniel?
And then
Hold on, I can't hear you. You what?
Let loose your hand axe. The cultist, just in time, bends down to reload the crossbow as the hand axe goes flying over him.
Oh.
very unfortunate.
For
Well, I guess I'm done.
Cultist 2. Speaking in Elvish. Who all understands Elvish? Hold on.
I do.
And those of you that can understand Elvish, that last word, you guys do not know what those are.
Huh.
So the only person that understands Elvish was able to read that. Or understand what he was said.
Are you aware that it says in green under it what it says?
It shouldn't.
Ah, shit, that's my fault. I clicked on it. I didn't know. It's on me. I didn't see the translation, and I was like, why can't I read this? So I clicked it.
Ah.
Yep. Don't read the green text, guys.
Boom. Nah, I ain't gonna worry about it no more. DM wipe. It happens. So the cultist comes screaming up, gibbering something in Elvish that, Riff, you don't understand. Brandishing his sword, he charges forward. Oh, in a fever. Catches you off guard, and then just he slashes deep across your side there, ripping through part of your armor and catching part of your gut there. You feel warm blood trickling down your side as this gash is deep. You know you're in trouble.
Not ideal.
3, seeing that hand axe go flying by and slam into the side of the building next to him, finishes off the townsfolk at his foot, grabs from his hip a crossbow, takes a few steps, aims it at Elric, and lets loose a bolt. The bolt just about to connect with Ulrich. He gets his battle axe in time to deflect it. The arrow, the bolt shatters upon his weapon, but shards of it rip across his face, causing gashes and cuts in his forehead. You can feel warm blood trickling down from a kind of nasty gash in your forehead. Cultist 4. Cultist 4 reloads and takes a shot back at Alphonse. Misses horribly. Moves up to the... What's wrong? and then moves around to the wizard. Cultist 5 falls dead. Green
Oh shit,
sleeves.
somebody's coming.
All right. I don't know how this thing knows to boot me every time it's my turn. Okay. I want to move. I saw riffraff. Wait, was the last hit on Ulrich? Was that like what was that
Oh, motherfucker.
wound like?
The one second, guys. Getting a little bit of love on the Twitch today and some other channels. Appreciate you, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so no, the bolt shattered upon his battle axe. He got it up in time. Shards of the bolt went flying by, scraping across his face, causing a nice gash across his forehead.
All right. So what I'm going to want to do is move up behind riffraff, like just to the right of him, and use Cure Wounds.
I say,
Riff
save
raff.
me, Green.
I can, all right, I can do all of this for you while you're trying to load in real quick.
All right. And then I want to use Bardic Inspiration as bonus action on Ulrich.
Can do. Hoy! Got him for 11. Nice. The good guy.
Back in.
Even when he's not playing.
All right. Alphonse.
They're all over the place, too. There's 3 wolves.
Seeing that the one guys get
And I think they can still see you.
One more time. Yeah, you can go.
Yep, they're chasing your ass.
All right. Now, are you trying to get right on top of him? I'm going to cancel that. Are you trying to get right next to him?
Yeah.
I don't think you
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, shit. How do they see you?
This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt a lot. This is going to hurt me a lot.
Or not.
Oh! The wizard seeing the big hulking half-orc come charging forward, brandishing... What weapon are you brandishing?
Really gnarly looking flail.
A really gnarly looking flail grabs the cultist next to him and kind of like throws him in the way, throwing your swing off completely as the cultist gets between you and the wizard. You shove the cultist out of the way, but swing and miss as the wizard has got terror in his eyes as you come barreling down on him. Go ahead and pass your turn.
And wolves following you.
That was embarrassing.
All right. So, knowing full well I'm not fooling nobody with this red dust. Committed to the role. So I'm gonna scream imposter, run at the wizard, and whack him with my shillelagh.
I just like it when you say you're gonna beat somebody with your shillelagh.
Somebody's coming.
So I remember last time I attacked Australia, we had to like do it manually. Do you want to do that again, or do it?
Because Shillelagh, yep, what Shillelagh does is
Just change
spellcasting
it.
ability instead of spellcasting is your wisdom, right?
Yep.
So I gotta make something for that. That's right. All right. So when you swing, yeah, we'll just have to do it manually. So it will be your attack should be +6, and your damage will be +4, or actually +5 because it won't be that -1. So whatever you roll, add 5 to it, and when you do your damage, add 6 to it, and I'll adjust the scores accordingly. A little actual pen and paper in this virtual tabletop world. I don't mind it at all. Now let's see if he can hit him, though. And again, he's like, no, like the wolves. Remember? Swing.
So I don't. Do I just hit the D20 in the corner, or what do I do?
Yeah, roll the D20 up there. Just like last time. Under weapons, quarterstaff. Oh, right when you get ready to swing. Now, do you want me to wait for you to load back in? Or do you want me to roll it?
Did I get booted?
Yes. You and OK Boomer.
Oh, what's that? Baby?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just roll it for me and let me know what happens.
All right. So this is +5.
Apparently.
Yes, you hit. All right. You want me to wait for you to roll the damage, or do you want me to go ahead and do it?
Go ahead and do it. God knows how long this is going to take.
All right. This +5. So 5 points of damage to the wizard.
Better gun.
And you're like, no, like the wolves. And you come running up and actually connect in the side of the ribs of the wizard. He lets out a huff, and you feel bones crack, and
Is coming.
him get lifted off of his feet a little as taking the full brunt of your swing. Riff.
So, being so close to death and then coming back from full death, I'm going to target Cultist 2
What?
to hit him with a sneak attack, more of a surprise attack, with my rapier, let me say that. And do I still have sneak attack on?
No.
Huh? All right.
Yeah, that's within 5 feet. So yes. Whoa, I think
Okay.
you chose the wrong person.
Da, da, da.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Cultist 2.
You target cultist 2 again.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna hit him with my rapier here.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. There we
You
go.
dance away and then take the rapier and then with a thrusting motion spin and then slash down with the tip of it. Just catching the cultist right underneath the chin. Not quite getting the jugular, but ripping a nasty chunk out of the side of his throat. His hand is up there trying to hold his lifeblood from spilling all over. He holds his scimitar in a shaky hand.
Where are you?
If you would, pass your turn.
Never mind.
Arshoon.
Can you share the map with me again real quick?
Yes, sir.
Here, man.
Motherfucker.
Should shared to everyone.
As the apprentice wizard pushed forward and now reveals himself to me in this dim lighting, I just barely see his face, and in disgust, I can't help myself but to laugh and make fun of his ugly face. So I use vicious mockery on him.
Yeah, but he's getting shot at. Yep.
Through the dinge of battle, though you had a good quip ready to declare how ugly his mother had been, the magic is lost upon the wind of the sounds of battle, and it falls upon deaf ears.
Aw.
Oh no, he missed. No, he passed.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Hey.
All right. So what'd you guys hit him for before last time?
no! Yeah.
You hit him for 4, 5.
Oh, success is him. I shouldn't have targeted the smart guy. That was my problem.
That was the best way I've heard it put in a long time. All right, time to deep fry too, you mother. If you would, sir, pass your turn.
I don't know about it. I feel like I should stay here and save my family.
Okay. Alright, bye.
Can't wait for level 2 so I can actually keep that up.
We gotta go back to the lobby.
All right, Alphonse. And why? Okay, what's going on here?
The Cohen's what got me last time.
Pretty sure you're at like 3 health too.
I'm at 4, so I'm at 7.
Oh, okay. No, you're just tankier than I originally thought.
Well, for some strange reason, it's not letting me target both of you.
That's fine.
Well, it's targeting you for sure, but it's not targeting Alon. So. All right.
No, I had B-Bucks.
All right, so you take a success.
Yeep. It's funny.
And Alon, you take a failure.
Is it not?
Alon
That's a lot of dice.
is burning in pain and wreathing in pain. All right, Alphonse. And if this doesn't take half for it, then I will adjust accordingly. Okay, yeah, so no, you were supposed to take half of that, so that would be 6. Got to give you 7 back.
What's wrong with you?
Why did he do it again to Elon? It should have.
You look upset.
Well, I didn't do it. All right.
Hi guys, what is the fire cone?
All right. Well, anyways, the turn. I got it all figured out now. Everything's correct. Alon, you are determined to spend some time in the stars, be it this plane or the next. Elric Shatterstone.
All right. Pissed about my face. I'm going to get right up in there. Am I targeting 2 people?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, there you go. And I am going to swing with my great axe.
Yeah.
Slamming it deep into the chest of the cultist.
Ooh.
All right, nice. Big hits.
Though
Yeah.
you figure it's a clean hit square into his chest, you hear a ting as it seems that the cultist's necklace underneath absorbs most of the impact. Though you do feel part of your axe blade rip into his flesh and his ribs, his sternum crack from the force of your blow.
Oh, I didn't want that. Damn it.
If you would, sir,
My
pass your
my bad.
turn. No, you're good. You're good. Cultist 2 swings on Riff. Though
Uh-oh.
he is bleeding, the lights are going dim. Ah, but his fever and bloodlust and his belief that the new shall rise and the old shall fall push him forward as he lunges with surprising speed and slashes from a downward to upward cut at Riff. Riff ducks out of the way just in time, but the blade was so close he has a nice gash across his face. Breathing heavy from the exertion. Cultist 3 throws away his crossbow, draws his scimitar, and swings on Ulrich. Connected solidly with him.
You little fucking bastard. He got away.
Ulrich takes the blow, deflecting part of it away with his battle axe, but still the jarring sensation and reverberation through the attack feels like maybe his shoulder almost became dislocated. Cultist 4 swings on Alphonse and misses horribly. In the confusion, Alphonse batters away the sword with such force, knocking it free from his hands. Greensleeves.
All right.
Hold on, somebody else is shooting. Or was that you?
I just saw Riff Raff get attacked again, but it seems like the wizard here is the main threat.
Go.
So I'm gonna fire at him with my crossbow.
All right, you have Ulrich still targeted for some weird reason?
Well, I'm glad you missed then.
Yeah, redo that, retarget, and attack the wizard again.
Okay.
There it goes. It shows only just to him now.
Yeah, they're shooting at me again.
Oh. Damn it, I shouldn't have said just no. I should be like, yeah, that's good.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
All right. And then, shit. I just. How do I roll for damage again? Oh, there it is.
They keep shooting at me.
Hey.
Right. And then I'm gonna,
Oh, that's the thing. 'Cause I don't see him.
gonna move over this way.
Where the hell is he? This is pissing me off. Where? Motherfucker.
No, that wasn't supposed to go to you.
No. Oh, I see him now.
There he goes. Alphonse, chaos is reigning around you. Damage is being dealt, but still,
What a dick.
actually, you need a little bit more hit points than that. No, that was the fire damage. I haven't hit
Can
Yeah,
I
you
get
take
a
it.
map?
My little monkey in a freaking floaty.
Go ahead.
Thanks.
Alphonse, what are you doing?
Go find better weapons.
I just had to pull up the map again.
Oh. Did you find it, or you want me to give it to you?
Is the wizard, so the wizard is dying? Or just still?
Up here. This is the
The wizard's still kicking.
Okay, we'll go over
He
there.
is?
No, he's not.
Oh, we're going to the middle of it.
Damn it! I wish I wouldn't have deleted that text now. I'm trying to remember who dropped the wizard.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you said something about that. That'd be cool.
That was me. I hit him with the crossbow bolt.
Okay, yep. And then you know that's a building that you're trying to walk into, right?
I know they're
That's
I
a
was
roof
trying
of
to
a
get right
building.
next to it. Yeah, I was trying to get right next to it, and then I was trying to clear it off my screen, and I
Okay,
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure you're good. All right, yeah. Damn it, it booted you. All right, so yes, you were right next to the wizard. There's a cultist still there. Do you want to go up and swing on that cultist?
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
Interesting.
All right, so you move around, taking the opportunity. Flail again. Yeah, that's your main weapon.
Oh, gotcha.
Why are you attacking yourself? Fantasy Grounds is being kind of buggy today, or it's user error, one or the other. I'm going to say user error mostly for the most part.
Yeah, our internet's crapping itself, so
It's all good. All right, so yeah, you come around the corner and with your come around the corpse of the wizard there. The cultist in shock, seeing that his little group leader is fallen, is oblivious as you step around the body and slam your flail into his skull, ending his existence on this plane. Alon, we need a death save.
Oh, you're trying to get you. All right, good.
Before that happens, how does Goodberry work? Because you gave me one earlier, and I have one.
Goodberry heals them for 1 hit point.
Can I give the Goodberry he gave me back to him to bring him up?
Next round, you could, or if you want him to take that attack back, you could do that this round.
Oh, you can't click on this shit?
No. Oh, wait.
You step over the bodies, bend over to, because you still have some movement left, and bend over to Elon and like open wide. Elon, do you have a D20 in front of you, a real one?
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
roll it, because I'm not rolling your death save, bro. You can do that.
Does that have the Rakdos symbol on it?
It has the planeswalker symbol.
There's one in there with the Rakdos symbol, and I refuse to roll any other D20 but that one.
Might be on-
Whatever. This one's good enough. That's a 4, brother.
Womp womp womp.
Find the other damn dice.
Did you see that that message I sent you before you zoned out, before your internet said no?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. You're like, no, I have questions and need answers. I cannot go yet. I'll pass your turn. Riff, what are you doing, homie?
I'm killing my new arch nemesis. Closest tomb. You will die this turn. All right, so we're turning these cantrips on. It's going to be a sneak attack with the rapier. All right.
Right.
Yes.
Huzzah!
As he swings with that scimitar again, you definitely sidestep, grab his wrist as he's using his other arm to hold his insides in place. You run the scimitar straight through his sternum, cracking bone and coming out the back. Look him in his eye. You are a worthy nemesis for but a moment. And then place your booted paw upon his chest, kicking him back and removing your rapier from him.
Fuck that cultist.
All right, you still have a move.
Who all is it? Just cultist 3 that's alive? Cultist. Yeah. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna come up here in the building with green sleeves.
Yo, what's up, man?
Thanks for healing me.
Anytime, brother.
Oh, neat.
That's not how Green Sleeves talks. I'm sorry for doing that voice.
Yeah, no, it's not true to character.
If you would, Riff, pass your turn.
Oh, yep, my bad.
Arshun.
Let's see.
If you wanted to, you can move within melee range, just to let you know.
Right, I could. That I am aware of.
He's like, I'm tracking. It's okay. I'm good to go.
And as I move closer to get in range of the distant shadow that I've seen of a man, Ulrich Shatterstone and Cultist number 3 as an individual comes into sight. I pull out my trusty sling that has never failed me even at 60 feet. Give it a roll.
Got him by that much. The only reason this bolt connects is because Shatterstone just kind of flinched on him, and the cultist stepped back right into the line of sight as the bolt connects. Roll your damage. The bolt connects.
Yeah.
Right.
Slamming into his shoulder. Ulrich, you hear bones shatter as that sling bolt hits him deep in his shoulder, knocking him off balance a bit.
Somebody's shooting in this.
Pass your turn.
Real quick, I'm going to wait. Is everyone up now? Like no one's dead, dying or anything?
No, Alon is dying. He's got.
Alon is?
Yeah. No, he's a crispy critter again.
Okay. I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on him as a bonus action.
I always wonder if the crow tells people.
Oh,
what
hang
they
on.
are.
Sorry.
Don't you die. Don't you die. That's right. Or are you singing Staying Alive?
Stand alive. Stand alive.
All right. Maybe I'll hit him this time.
Probably not.
Probably right, but I know that amulet's there now, so.
That's a storm moving in too.
All right.
So
Here's
your
what
li-
happens if I don't have drink in me.
your little flinch set him off, and then that sets you up perfect for a follow-up swing. But that sling bullet slams into his chest, knocking him off. Your axe slams into the ground, and you just look over our shoe, like, really? Like, really? Let's see, what abilities do you have yet? Nothing yet. All right. Cultist 3, just in a fervor. Swings on Ulrich again. Oh, connecting deeply as his head is turned to look at Alshun for knocking his target off balance. And slams that scimitar into a meated shoulder, ripping down. Green sleeves.
I don't have a shit ton of ammo either. That's the bad thing.
All right.
I mean, I should
Finish
have
this off.
Misses,
That is
hits
something
Ulrich,
please
kills
don't.
him.
Said we're gonna finish it. I didn't say how. All right. Crossbow hasn't failed me yet.
Wow, I've got 3 targets to do if you roll lower.
How? What?
You targeted yourself. Whatever damage you roll, just roll your damage. I'll add it back to you.
Damn it.
All right.
Son of a bitch. See?
It'd be funny you roll max damage and take yourself out. You did.
It really has never failed.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God.
Ah,
that thing.
that was interesting.
I mean, we already know.
Green sleeves through the dance of battle that is raging around you. You know, you're watching the enemies fall to your new friends' abilities. You see Alhoun laying on the ground. Alphonse moving over. Just as Alphonse bends down to place a good berry in Alhoun's mouth, you let loose the bolt. Alphonse did duck just in time as the bolt whizzes over their head, slamming into the chest of the cultist, spitting him and knocking the cultist to the ground. Elric, with another swing, is now swings at mid-air where the cultist was once standing. He turns and looks upon the group like, really? Just really? The enemies have been felled. The streets are chaos in Two Bells. What is in store for our adventurers? Will Alhoun see it, make it through? Will the stars actually answer him? All these questions and more will be answered when we come back. For that now, we're going to go ahead and take a few-minute break. Everybody, take 10.
I'm freaking tired.
Cool.
Welcome back, everyone, to Wednesday Night Brew with Triple J. We are. Did I say Wednesday night or did I say Thursday night? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, it's Thursday. See what I mean? It's brew. It's what we do, guys. We're here to have fun. I hope everybody's having fun. So our adventurers just got done slaying another group of cultists in the town of Two Bells. Again, Alon has fallen prey to dark magics. His body cooked crisp and crunchy. Alphonse comes over and quickly puts a good berry in his mouth, forcing him to chew it across his scarred and burnt face. The magics wash over him, bringing him back from the brink of death. As you guys look around you, all of you notice... Those that ain't logged in, I rolled it for you.
Oh.
Arshun. Yes. Arshun and Ulrich. The two of you notice that from the south, which would be the bottom of the map, and to the east, which would be to the right of the map, a small mobs of cultists and those strange beasts are starting to come up. It looks like they've taken notice of you and are starting to move towards you. I'm not placing them on the map because they are just out of map range. But it's two large groups. When I mean large groups, Alshun, you are able to get a count. You're looking at like maybe 15, 16 between the two groups. And they have more of those strange beasts with them. You see one group has 3 of them and another group has 4 of them.
Okay. And they are currently like running towards us, like they have taken complete notice of us.
Yes.
Oh, there's somebody right there.
Is running an option?
Yeah.
Running is always an option.
Dang it.
All right. I'll see y'all later. Y'all be good.
All right. I inform all the members in my vicinity that I can reach to. Let's see.
Thursday.
Furthest one's 30 feet. Yeah. All right. I'll let everyone know that, hey, monsters are coming. We need to get out of here. It's way too much for us to handle right now.
Oh, that sucked.
Does everybody agree?
Oh, I definitely.
Hell.
I helped Alon up. I didn't agree with it.
While still raged, your last action, roll me a strength check with advantage, and then I got to drop your rage after this.
Okay. How do I do the advantage part?
No idea.
It should automatically do it for you when you roll a strength check. Strength check is on your character sheet. See, bam! I didn't even have to tell you. Look at there. Oh yes, with after bending down and literally shoving the berry in his mouth and then violently making him chew and swallow it, grabs him by the cuff of his shirt and throws him over the shoulder, and starts booking it. This feat of strength kind of leaves everyone else stunned for a half a second, and then quickly everyone starts to make haste and runs farther into the city. If you guys want, go ahead.
I just said just like the wolves.
And again, just like the wolves. I see this is going to be a recurring thing in the campaign. I like it. All right. So, unselect all PCs. You need to give me a riff. The one who has the most experience of avoiding a crowd in the city, getting away. Roll me a survival.
Survival.
No pressure. It's just the entire group.
Hey, I got us. I
Oh.
got us. Solid 5. Nat 5, I think it's called.
Not with much luck. You guys are not getting away from the mob, though you are keeping a good distance. But to keep up at this pace much longer would definitely be detrimental to your health. You guys run through another corner, pass by what seems to be another group of cultists doing engaged in mortal combat with a group of centurions. The battle around them all stops as you guys come around the corner. A centurion sees this opportunity and starts laying waste. The battle ensues again, and all of you make haste and break down another alleyway. Roll me another survival. You have inspiration.
Are you the party leader?
It's only been about 9 minutes, 45 seconds since he cast it.
And how do I, where's that inspiration that I just thought of?
Roll your check and then roll a d6 just in the...
D6, gotcha. Thanks.
Hold on.
Jesus.
We survived. That's all I'm saying here.
I need to roll anything else?
Roll that d6.
Oh, yeah. Jesus.
Well, that little one set you up into the next tier of levels I had in my head. So,
All right.
as you guys break around another corner and continue moving, you find yourselves deeper into the city. Oddly enough, though, a warehouse catches your eye, Riff. You guys come around the corner and there's a stone wall with a gate there. You come across it hiding in the shadows. The mob is not too far away, but you feel like this is a good spot.
That was the reason.
All right, roll me a... Oh, you didn't have them. You're proficient. Let me double check.
Can you hear me?
Abilities. All right, you're proficient with them, so roll me a sleight of hand. I got to create a thieves tool in your skill bar.
Okay.
All right, because the gate is locked.
Roll the sleight of hand now.
Yep.
Jesus.
Oh, you're good to go. It was an easy lock. You quickly pulling out your tools, unlock it. From down around the corner, you guys can hear the yipping and hollering of those strange beasts. And as cultists seem to have come across more centurions or maybe a new mob of civilians trying to save their town. Quickly, you guys dive behind the gateway, slamming it shut and relocking it. You move across a small courtyard into what looks like into a small warehouse. If everybody would, you guys can go ahead and close that map. All right. I'm going to share another map. Again, if you guys do not wish to open this one, that is fine, because this is more of theater of mind, story. But if you choose to, I'm going to share the map anyways. If you have issues with it, let me know.
Can he hear me?
What's the map called?
It is Northeast Rooster City. It's in uncategorized, but I just shared it. Let's see
Okay.
what
You
happens.
can't hear me? See, now he's gonna wonder why I'm ignoring him.
All right. To keep things simple, I'm only going to drop one token that is going to represent the party as a whole.
I see the token, but the map itself is black.
Yeah, same for me.
Oh, something's populating for me.
No, that's the grid that he just put up.
Shouldn't have transferred with the lighting already turned on.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
There we go.
All right.
That's not fair for that kid, I swear. She's just a
There we go. Have you found your token on there yet, Riff?
Yes.
All right, so that is to represent the party as a whole.
Okay.
You guys enter this courtyard. You see a few buildings off to the side. Would look like warehouses, some trees, maybe an eccentric nobleman owns this particular warehouse and likes sakura trees in his courtyard. But either way, all of you are stopped. Heavy breathing. All of you feel winded.
Jesus.
Who am I missing?
I think me.
Yep, I just need Elric. All right, so everybody comes barreling in. Alphonse seems to be almost winded, just heavy breathing from carrying Alon. Alon is just, gets to his feet. Seems to be fine. Arshun, though, when he gets through the gate, falls to his knees, puking from the exertion from the run. Rolls upon his back in deep, heavy breathing. He is exhausted from the night's adventures so far. The rest of you have come into this area. Everyone roll me a... I got it. And I got yours because you're...
Going straight.
All right. Everybody else can only hear pretty much the sounds of their own breath and wheezing, except for Riff, who quickly moves back up to the door and hears the search party moving past the courtyard away from you. What is everybody doing?
Well, so I'm going to relay to the rest of the party that the news that I just received, that
Daniel, I'm sorry.
a little bit of safety here, a little bit of breathing room.
Since we've got some time, want to see if anybody's badly hurt, we can use cure wounds on.
I would definitely accept that.
Okay, so before you do that, though, Green Sleeves, roll me a perception.
All right, I got booted, so...
Oh, I got you. Never mind.
Really digging this theater of the mind thing, where I can...
All right, as you look across your compatriots, everyone is cut, bleeding, bruised, blackened, or severely hurt in one way or another. The one who looks closest still to the brink of death is Alon. Also, Alphonse is bleeding from multiple wounds. Riff is really messed up. Is also your group as a whole, and Elric, though he is trying to hide it, is bleeding profusely from a bad wound to the stomach.
Right. So Well, since it seems like Alon looks the worst because he like basically died, I'm gonna help him get cure wounds on Alon.
All right. So go ahead and you use your magics, and again, theater of the mind. You walk up over to him and start humming a few tunes in a strange succession, calling forth the energies and the magics to heed your bidding to mend his wounds. And you lace the weave of the spell over him, healing the wounds and watching the burnt and cracked flesh, the pus and distorted skin kind of fall and wash away as the magic falls over him. His breathing is returning to normal, and part of his hair even grew back. Funny thing is, though, his eyebrows did not. Alon, after that magics have washed over you, you feel energy and life rejuvenating you. You would think that you could almost go another round, but you know that your magical stores are severely depleted. But what are you gonna do? Everyone else is still kind of like in this rest mindset right now.
Being on the brink of death, like mentally. So I'm gonna mumble to myself about the stars, and I'm gonna take my good berries out of my pouch and hold them in my hand, and just the berries and the stars, the berries and the stars. And then I'm gonna offer I'm just gonna hold out my hand to the party so the injured people grab a good berry if they.
I take him up on that offer.
Arshun looks like a man who's crawling his way through a desert, just kind of crawls over and reaches up and grabs a good berry, and he's like, food. Your exhaustion, though, is washed away after eating the berry, and you feel a little bit rejuvenated. The rest of the group, you guys, the party as a whole starts, eating the food and resting. When this adventure had begun, you guys were having a good time in the town of Two Bells, enjoying a drink or two and participating in the fall festival. And then after a strange turn of events late in the evening, you have found yourselves racing across the city, dodging enemies and slaying what you can and trying to save who you can. But it seems that the town of Two Bells is not meant to be saved. As you guys wait and rest, the night turns into day, but the city still yet burns. Screams still can be heard in battle across the land. What waits for our adventurers next time? Will they be able to maybe salvage what is left? Will they make it to this nobleman's house that they were sent to? Will they ever run into Hornridge or Silverhand again? But who knows? But after reflection of what has taken place and the trials and tribulations that they have gone through, each one now has a better understanding, and a newfound well of strength is able to be tapped into as each of you gain a level in game terms. So, what new stories will unfold for them? What new powers will they exploit? And how can I exploit them? With that ends the session for the evening, but stick around, folks. We're going to sit back, do a little bit of talking. We're going to go through a little bit of leveling up because I still have some new players. I'm going to teach them how to get through this, and then kind of reminisce on what has happened and what the players are thinking. So we'll start with leveling up your guys first. All right, so it's real easy. Everybody go to your main tab on your character sheet. Now, this is the way I do it. Some other DMs, if you ever play with them, might tell you a different way. But I found that this is honestly the easiest way for the software to work. All right, on your main tab where you see it says class and level.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you see the magnifying glass right there.
Yeah.
All right, click that magnifying glass and it will bring a drop-down menu. It'll say class level, character's name, total level, class, so on and so forth, right? All right. Next, you're going to see that gold coin right there by whatever your class is. Specifically, I'm on Riffraff, so it'll say Rogue, level 1, Caster 0, hit die, so on and so forth. Correct? Everybody on the same page?
Yeah.
All right. Hover your mouse over that coin, and it should turn into a hand. Click that coin, drag it down just a little bit, and then let go.
Nice.
Boom. Leveled you up. Now, every player's level up should now adjust their hit points, proficiencies. If you gained any new abilities, the abilities will now be auto-populated under your features. If you get new actions, and so on and so forth. A side note, check your features section on each of your players' character sheets. If it gives you a special ability to use that has an effect, let me know, so this way I can drag it from the Rob 2E of add-ons that I have, so this way it's easier to use, like, for instance, the Barbarian's Rage, or the Sneak Attack ability, things of the such. If your character now has more spells available to them, i.e. they learned new spells, then reference your character sheet and go ahead and pick your spells. Also, to find that out is if you go back to your main tab, and again, this is how I do it. Go back to your main tab, under that magnifying glass again, and by your class and level. Now, that gold coin that's there, when you bring up that next drop-down menu, instead of clicking and drag, just click it once. It will bring up the the class information for your character. And again, I'm on Riffraff, just kind of showing. All right. It will gives you the, it's your stat block for your characters. So, for instance, Riffraff now second level. His proficiency bonus stays the same. His sneak attack stays the same, but he gets the feature Cunning Action. All right. So I don't know what Cunning Action does. I'm going to go to your Abilities tab. If you get a new ability, go to your Abilities tab. And then next to whatever new action you get, and again for Riffraff, it's going to be Cunning Action, that gold coin on your character sheet. Click on it, and it gives an explanation. Starting at second level, your quick thinking agility allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This can be only used to take dash, disengage, or hide. Okay? So what that means, especially for our rogue, now every time he fires his bow in combat and then decides to move, he can take the hide action as a free action. So literally, he can bounce around the battlefield and not be seen. And that, my friends, is what also makes the rogue so deadly. All right, now let's go ahead and look at, because I've got two bards here. Let's take a look at theirs. All right. So for the bard, both of you,
Jack of all trades.
Song of Rest, and you get one more spell known, meaning that you can choose one more first level spell to be known. All right. Your spells per day, you gain one extra spell slot for first level. All right. So, for you spellcasters, on the right side of your main desktop page, if you have the spells tab available on the right side of the page, go ahead and click the spells. It'll give you a drop down menu like so.
Well, see, we can't do
All
it,
right.
so we're going back to freaking.
And an easy way to figure out what spells you want, at the top where it says group, never mind, annex that, leave it on all. Now down at the bottom where it says source, open up that drop down menu. It'll actually be a pop-up menu. And then you have options of Bard, Bard New, Tasha's, Bard optional. All right. I would just go ahead and click Bard. Be careful though, because there are going to be some of the Bard's special abilities that in this list that it brings up from the Rob 2E coding, 5E effects coding, and class features. All right. Another way to help mitigate, all the clutter is to go to the level. Since you guys will be picking a new first level spell, choose the first level spell slot. Under level, and it will give you all of the first level spells for a bard that I personally have available. Now, i.e. there are other books that have other options, but I don't own those books, so they're not in my campaign. Sorry, guys. All right. So the fighter level 2, what did you get?
I hate to say this or whatever, but Daniel,
You got nothing, didn't you, fighter? Except for more hit points.
What, who, me?
Yeah.
I got a action surge for a feature.
Ooh, yes, you did. Now, Action Surge is a nice.
Yeah, I was reading
nice
on it.
ability.
I'm liking it so far.
Yep. For those of you that are watching and not, proficient or know 5e, what Action Surge does for a fighter is that he can take an additional action on top of his already actions and a possible bonus action, i.e. meaning that a fighter can do all of his swings, all of his abilities, everything he can do, and then turn around and do it all over again. Because that's what makes a fighter badass. In this feature, you must finish a short rest or long rest before you can use it again. At 17th level, you can use it twice before a rest, but only once in the same turn, because anything else would just be uncivilized. All right. So while you guys are going over that, how did everybody enjoy the evening tonight? I know it was very combat-filled and fueled. We got to have a little bit of fun. Also introduced a new character tonight. She wasn't able to make it the first session, life and working so far. But how are you liking it so far, Alphonse? All right.
And she uses her kid to freaking
Nice.
You know damn well he didn't know that song. Why have all
So, look at all my players diligently looking over their character sheets, coming up with new ideas, seeing their new abilities. It makes me happy when this part of the game. It does. Because I see all the wheels turning like, ooh, next time I'm in combat I can describe it like this, or now I can do that, or how can I attack, stack my attacks. That's always one of the funner parts as the DM for me. So I'm going to go ahead and award you guys a long rest, because somehow in 5th edition, even though, your guts were literally spilling out and you were tripping over your entrails as you were running, after a long rest, you're magically back to full life. But hey, that's 5e for you. Which is
I
right.
use my new bardic song of rest.
Yes, for storyline purposes, you sing them all a lullaby as they take watches and get through the evening.
I mean, that's just giving me more reason to never want to forgive her.
I wonder why you're doing that. Oh, I must have done something.
For being such a shitty ass friend, and she's
Do. Why?
Yeah, is that why I'm neutral instead of friendly?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I'm trying to fix you. Because you are friendly. You're a friendly guy.
Yeah,
That's all right, though. But we're just going to go ahead and do this, because I don't know what I did wrong. There you are. You're back and you're friendly now.
Hey.
There we go. All right, adventurers. So, with your newfound powers and things, do you guys think you'll be able to save the town of Two Bells?
Definitely.
I mean, there's plenty of towns. We can just dip, really.
So we've got one guy who's thinking about dipping. I don't disagree. Elric, what are you thinking? You thinking the town of Two Bells is lost?
I don't think anything's lost until it's completely destroyed, but it's pretty close. So I wouldn't be against dipping for sure.
Ooh.
I can always go for another tavern.
So far, only the pirate rogue, is trying to think the town.
I'm just saying, I came here for a good song and a good beer, and now they're expecting me to save the city. It's a little much, honestly.
Elon, what do you think? What are you thinking?
I'm gonna look at the bigger picture, and I really want to dip, but something tells me that this is gonna follow us. So we gotta. I think we ought to nip it in the bud and stay and see it through.
Ooh, green sleeves. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that this is a great adventure, and it's exactly what I was looking for when I set out to this town. And we're gonna do it because these guys seem cool.
Ooh, I'm guessing. All right, and last but not least, Alphonse. You think you and your crew can help save the town of Two Bells?
Well, I think that it's starting to go past the point of heresy. I say save the few innocent people that's left.
I like it. Well, you guys heard it here on Thursday Night Brew. Our adventurers, a little split in their decision, but all in all, they all believe that it's still possible. Is it worth their time? Is it worth their effort? Who knows? But we'll find out in 2 weeks, with everything permitting. We'll do it again. I hope everybody had a real good time. Sorry for a little bit shortness, but there was a couple of different ideas I want to explore, but I also need to get some maps ready because I feel you guys are ready for the lighting effects and everything else, and I really want to start incorporating that. So I got to get a little bit of homework done and research done on my end. I want to thank everybody for making the game tonight, and I hope everybody had a good time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Always.
All right, and like always with Triple J Games and our different ones, say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys.